with Regis Philbin, the morning maestro.
It was an unlikely and late rise to stardom for Regis Philbin, and in 2011 he took Katie Couric back to where it all started.
Regis is back! It's me, Regis. Make sure Regis is in focus. Yes, it's good to see Regis again.
You know what they say.
Hi, honey, how you doing?
You can take the boy out of the Bronx, but...
Hi, baby, how are you? How are things on Kruger Avenue? Do you miss me at all? Yes.
Around here,
God bless, man.
Regis is royalty.
This is now Regis Philbin Avenue. That's Regis Philbin. Look at that. I love that guy.
And everywhere we went, everyone loved seeing Regis. Nice coffee. Well, almost everyone.
Hi, baby, how are you? Want to play ball?
He was raised on Kruger Avenue during the Depression, on the bottom floor of a two-family home.
The house used to be right here.
Oh.
And here was where Regis sat in his baby carriage.
Really?
Take a look. Hey, Regis. Isn't he
Look
cute?
at that cute
He's
little
adorable, that
baby.
Regis.
So they paid Paradise and they put up the parking lot, huh?
Honest to God.
Regis says neither his dad, a first-generation Irish-American and Marine, nor his mom, an Italian-American full-time housewife, had any inkling of their son's guilty pleasure.
I was afraid to tell him that I used to stay in this house 6 years old, tune in WNEW, which was the key radio station in New York City, and every night at 9:30, Bing Crosby would have a half hour of songs. I thought he was my friend after a while, and we had not a date, but it was time to spend 30 minutes with Bing every bloody night.
What were some of the songs?
Every time it rains, it rains. You listen to the words. Pennies from heaven, don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven.
It wasn't until years later, on graduation day at his beloved Notre Dame, that Regis finally fessed up to his showbiz dream.
And I said, come on, Mom, we're going to tell you now exactly what I'm going to do. And they were all excited. So we walked to the music hall, opened the door, and I sang Pennies from Heaven. And as I was singing, I could see my fainted mother, her eyes with tears in them.
But not tears of joy.
And, no tears of joy. And my father, a tough Irish guy who was a boxer, was a Marine, I could see that he wanted to punch me. I could see these things.
But back in the Bronx at Mac's Candy Store, he was a hit.
Beamon, Guy Mitchell, you did them all.
And inseparable from childhood friends Ed the Tank Treratola and Tom Freakin' Finelli.
Freakin' Finelli.
Yeah, nicknames for everybody.
Now, you guys have to tell me, give me the dirt. What was Regis like as a kid?
He was a sex maniac.
There wasn't much chance of that, especially since these former altar boys were always under the watchful eyes of the Sisters of Our Lady of Solace, who gazed from on high.
Sister Mary Francis.
And Regis just told me the nuns stood on the roof.
They watched. Right. They watched every move we made.
It was hell the next day.
Now here's where Freakin' hangs out.
When they weren't hanging out at the candy store, they were at Conti's, a bakery that's been here for 90 years.
But how could the Bronx make the best Boston cream pie?
Oh, wait, you taste it. Please.
That's delicious.
And it's where Tank confessed he had some show business aspirations of his own.
Listen, he wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be a comedian.
We could have been Martin and Lewis if you listened.
Right.
You watch me, Katie Couric.
Martin maybe, but definitely not Mantle.
Hey, Dad! This is embarrassing in front of Katie Couric.
We then headed to his alma mater, Cardinal Hayes High School.
I think it had a great influence on me. And not only was it religious, but it was very disciplinarian as well.
And while he may have minded his P's and Q's, Regis admits he wasn't pulling A's and B's.
Well, I was not a great student. I really wasn't.
Average?
Yeah, average, just average, but I wanted to be Bing Crosby. Look Look at this over here.
And despite his passion for singing, he told us he never once graced the Cardinal Hayes stage, which ironically was named in his honor last year.
Tell me I don't think about it, and I've been in that auditorium a few times now, and I've told Father what it was like for me to go in there, and they would have their own reviews and their plays and musical things, and here I was dying to, but I just thought, what is my talent?
What, you just didn't have enough self-confidence?
Exactly.
I'd love to
This is the way
see
it
it.
looked like when I was a student. Go ahead, Bill.
The entire graduating class of 2012 decided to surprise their famous alum. Regis established a scholarship program here, making it possible for 5 students to attend Cardinal Hayes every year.
I just wanted to personally thank you for the help that the scholarship that you have given my parents and myself. It has helped us significantly, and I just want to thank you for everything that you have done for me, for other students, and for the school in general. Thank you.
One thing that I'd like to pass on to all of you is what I told Katie outside, that how sorry I am that I didn't participate in something that I wanted to be a part of. Could have learned it here. And if any of you have any of those dreams, and you're doubtful that you have the ability or the talent to fulfill that dream, don't be frightened by it. Just dive in. So it thrills me to come back here. It thrills me to see all of you guys. I'm very proud of you, believe it or not. And pursue your dream. I know that's an old hackneyed saying in my business, but whatever you want to be, you're good enough to be. And you know why? Because you're a Hayes fan. Thanks, guys.
Now that's a Bronx cheer.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, how you doing?
Next.
The next